Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. You know, I'm always talking about new U-Forces and new models and all that stuff, but I want to show you something out here in the shop. We have a 2019 U-Force 1000 with over 7,500 miles on it. It's just in here for a service. So we'll go over that real quick. Here it is, up on the lift. We're doing a complete service here at Main Street Cycle. And we'll just give you a quick overview of it and see if there's any issues. And the owner just wants us to service it. He wouldn't complain of any issues, but wants us to just go through it, make sure it's good. The owner, he uses it around the house, around his farm and land, and then also he uses it for work as they travel and go see jobs and doing different dirt work, landscaping, and all kinds of stuff. But it's been a great unit, he said, and 7,500 miles. And that's not just road miles. These are the original tires from 2019. So you can tell that he hadn't just been burning up the pavement. Now, I know he has rode a little bit, but I mean, good grief. I've seen people ball these tires out smooth in 1 year, just putting on a ton of miles on the blacktop. But yeah, this U-Force, 7,500 miles. When we get it down, I'll show it to you exactly the miles, but that's what he said, 7,500. Let's do some service work and we will do a good thorough check of it. And while we're at it, let's check out this brand new 2024 U-Force 1000 build here at Main Street Cycle. This is in a whole nother video where we install the Super ATV portals, the Moorhead off-road the Moorhead off-road front and rear A-arms from Main Street Cycle, RJWC exhaust. We put the Team MSC tune, 32-inch Super ATV Terminator Maxes on some beautiful MSA wheels. He's getting a few more things done to it while he's here, but man, that is a sweet build. Golly. But it's good to know when purchasing a new U-Force 1000 that there are units like this that are still going strong, no issues, 7,500 miles, several years old now. That's comforting. So this is getting the full service kit from teammscparts.com. We've got our 5-in-1 fuel treatment. This stuff is amazing. We also have our transmission fluid and oil, and we'll check the diff fluid. We got a new OEM air filter to go in, oil filter. We got some spark plugs there. So everything we need to do a full service, and we'll do a good thorough inspection. Hey, also this waterless foam, all-purpose cleaner. This is stuff that you can do detail work with that cleans it without having to have water and a water hose and all that. Also have the CFMOTO crafted oil change kit that has everything you need if you're just doing an oil change. And we have other options for you as well. So just check that out, teammscparts.com. We got everything you need in one place. So Harmon is going to just drain this oil and
transmission and front and rear diff.
Yeah, it's going to get a full service.
Grease it, and then we're going to change the air filter.
Yeah, the whole 9 yards.
Check his air pressure, doing a complete service. With the oil change, we do grease them and check your air filter. Complete
Dude,
service.
that don't look bad.
We're going to change. We're going to replace the air filter on a full service.
Yeah.
Do all the fluids. Well, I say all the fluids, all the oils.
Yeah.
So get the fluids that people start thinking antifreeze and then brake fluid and all
You're
that.
right. Yeah.
So,
which we'll check all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we go through and check all those things.
Complete service. We're going to make
Dude,
sure
that
it's
oil
topped
don't look
off.
too bad, does it?
No.
Which he
takes
does.
care of his.
Yeah, he does do regularly service it. That's the thing with these, with any machine, is that we're not talking about just CFMOTO and anything like that, but any machine that you have, any manufacturer that you have, if you want your investment to last a long time, you need to service it. You need to try to stick to the manufacturer's suggestions on the intervals, the time periods, and the miles or hours to service your machine. So make sure you look at your owner's manual and follow that.
No such thing as bad machines. It's bad maintenance.
Yeah. Look at there. He's growing a grass patch under his front differential. Good grief. All right, so I had to step away again, but Harmon has drained the rear diff. the transmission and the engine oil. Have you done the front diff yet?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
So he's gonna move to the front diff here in just a moment. But that is a what?
8mm.
8mm, okay. 8mm.
And new washer.
New washer. He'll get that in and torqued down. And then he'll move to the front, which will be right up in here. We'll have to clean that out. But yeah, before you service your machine, it is good to wash it and clean it out. And if you bring it to the shop, it's always just common courtesy, wash that thing up so the mechanics don't have to make a mess to take care of your machine. But anyways, we'll take care of it. But yeah, we got a whole pasture up here.
He's got grass.
Yeah, he's growing I mean, that's some pretty grass right there.
It is. That's
greener than my yard.
Wait, that may be seed from your yard.
That may be seed from my yard, yeah. Oh, shoot. All right. So 8mm, he's going to drain this front diff. Be interesting to see what it looks like.
The back looks good.
Yeah.
He stays on top of his services.
Yeah,
though.
yeah, this has definitely been serviced several times here.
Good friend of ours that owns a operating business.
Yeah.
He knows the meaning of service.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like it might have a little moisture in
Yeah,
it.
it looks like it's got a little moisture. What about metal shavings there?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's good.
So
That's good.
we're good on that.
Just a little moisture in there. We'll drain it out, flush it out good, and then we'll fill her up. And again, you can get everything that you need at teammscparts.com for your service kits, your oils. You can take the guesswork out of it, put your machine in the info, and then if you really get into a bind, you just have any question, you can text Main Street Cycle. You can text the number, and somebody's going to answer you and help you with anything that you need. Now, one thing I do want to point out, this unit could look a lot better if it was washed and cleaned all the time, but this unit does stay outside in the sunlight, in the weather, rain, storms, and whatnot, 90% of the time. So it's used all the time for work and such, and it still looks pretty good for it to be treated the way it is treated. So just keep that in mind as you're looking at the condition of it. As far as the plastics and exterior, it's not babied at all. So I think that's pretty impressive as well. Joel actually just walked through here and he wanted to remind me that Leon, the owner of this machine, said that this is still the original CFMOTO belt. So this has the OEM belt in it, never had to have a belt change. That's also a testament as well. No parts have been replaced. This thing's seriously only been serviced.
Which, taking this wheel off is going to allow to get this out and get in here a little better anyway.
That's
so,
right. So you can
so
get
I'm at that point where
it all just works together.
It's going to work out.
Yeah. Get in here and clean all this up and be able to get the oil filter cap off, which is getting back up in there. So yeah, you do have to take this out. That sure is a fancy grease gun you got there. Yeah, Harmon worked so fast, a step away for 1 minute, and he's done greased the whole machine, already putting transmission fluid in. So far, through the checking around of this machine, it looks pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Good deal. Also, Harmon is removing the hood here so he can check the antifreeze level. He'll check the brake level as well. Just make sure all the fluids are good to go. Yeah, this thing hasn't been detailed, has it?
No.
All right, so how are we doing there?
Good.
Not too bad. How's our...
It's a little low.
A little low?
Add a little.
All right, we've got the antifreeze added, the coolant. We've got Harmon now just checking the tire pressure all the way around and adding air if it needs it. And there is the miles, 7,567 miles. Yep. Let's check the hours. 548 hours. That's not a whole ton. And we're not saying this is like the end of its life. I'm just showing you that, you know, a lot of people are wondering how good are these CFMOTOs after several years and many miles, and after not really taking care of them well. Which again, and when I say that, I mean this one isn't just babied and stays in a garage all the time. This thing is actually used for work all the time, every week. And it's kept out in the sun, out in the weather. But the owner is really good about making sure it gets its routine maintenance done right here at Main Street Cycle. And it's doing just fine, and it's got a lot more life to go. So after 5 years, 7,500 miles, he's still good to go for several more years.